Hi there, Hollywood Times. Today we welcome back indie singer-songwriter CARRiNGTON MacDUFFiE. Hey, CARRiNGTON, how you doing?
I'm good, Judy. How are you?
I'm great. Oh, I love your hat.
Thank you. I like yours.
We're like,
Today's Hat Day.
isn't that something that we both have a hat on today? It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So I just want to let my listeners know we've talked to you several times, phone interviews, and today's the first time we got to do a Zoom, so we get to see her. Yay! We're so excited. Looks like you're up there. Is that the moon back there? Or what's going on back there?
Oh, we got some planetary action back there. Yeah, we got some stars. I think that goes well with the song that's coming out on Friday. So, yeah, we got some beautiful cosmic light.
Well, let's talk about your new song, Under the Sky. Where was that inspiration for that song? Where'd that come from?
That song was really inspired at a time I was spending a lot of time in the desert, and you know how in that setting you're very exposed to the sky from rim to rim, and I was feeling that very acutely, and I had enough time and time at night in the daytime, but of course the desert can be brutal in the daytime, but at night the stars, there's nothing like it. They're just so thick. And so that time that I spent there, I was when I started working on that song, and it just kind of flowed out from that place. There's other images in that song. There's water images and wind, and it's very a lot of nature, forces of nature. I felt like I was really in kind of in an exchange, like a how do I say it, a soul exchange, I guess, with various forces of nature, which was definitely inspired by being under that huge open sky.
Which is so rare for us,
Yes, right now, although that will change, but yeah.
Yeah, and those of us who live in like the city, you want to go outside and see the full moon that was the other last week or whenever it was, the blue moon, and yet, or blood moon, and yet it was beautiful, but we had clouds. We couldn't even see it. How about from
Oh,
could you see it? Did you
I
happen to?
did. I was actually driving. I was on a highway between Dallas and Austin, Texas, and it was riding along beside me a lot of the way, which was really inspiring. It was like crazy trucks from, Mexican trucks on one side, and then the huge, what was it, a super blood moon on the other side. Fabulous. What a contrast.
Right.
That's
So
planet Earth.
are we going to get a song out of that one? That would be an inspiration, right?
That's the contrast of that, right? You have to be such a hero to drive on that particular highway. I honestly, yeah, there's probably a song there. Thanks for that idea.
Well, I'm so excited because the Hollywood Times is going to be one of the outlets that's going to premiere your song on Friday. We're always so honored to be able to do that. We've done it with one of your other songs, and it's amazing, the songs that you keep coming out with these songs, and they're just so inspirational, and they make you stop and listen to the words. And like I said, I hear the music first, listen, and then I go back and hear your words, because the music is great, and I appreciate that, and I love to go back and listen to the words that you've written.
Thank you. Yeah, the that's always as important, even though it does come later for most listeners. It comes at the same time for me when I'm writing. And as I've probably said to you before, I don't really feel like, I mean, I'm putting this music out, but and I'm creating it, but really I'm just receiving it. I just listen for it and it comes. I just become as good a channel as I can, and then my job is to to be as clear of a channel as I can to receive it, and then to form it and to put it out for whatever purposes it can have in the world.
What musical instruments did you use on this particular song?
Well, I wrote that song on a keyboard, actually. I wrote it on a keyboard, on a little mini keyboard, because they're great to travel with. Those, I don't know if they're, even Casio is still making those, but I have a few of those I have stashed in various places. I love them. So I wrote them on a keyboard, but we recorded it with, well, keys, guitar, drums, a drum loop, as well as live drums. There's a couple different drummers on this recording, and of course bass. And so it's very a lot of there's a real kind of a sparkly sound to it in the instrumentation. That's thanks to keyboard player David Dorn. I recorded this one in Nashville, and my guitarist Tim Galloway, and he has some really wonderful. So you can't even tell it's a guitar that he's playing. It's amazing the sounds that he gets. I could just sit and listen to the guitar, just the guitar alone. I recorded the vocals also in Nashville, and that took some doing because I tracked it just a little bit out of my range, and so I had to work pretty hard to get all the vocals that I wanted, because there are a lot of backing vocals on this. And then drums were recorded, extra drums. Well, they're not extra because they're really endemic to the whole arrangement, but the drums that come in the second or last third of the song maybe were recorded live at a studio in New York, in Rochester, New York, actually by I love the drums that come in. I mean, there's a really cool drum loop that Grady Saxman put together. He's in Nashville. And then another Mike Lesapanaro, who was he was actually a drummer for the Goo Goo Dolls, plays that just, to me it sounds like those drums at the end presage the coming of a big storm, and I just love that sound. I mean, one of the things that's happening in that song dynamically for me is there's a rising of what's coming, and it's not a bad thing, but it's coming. There's a storm coming, and we're all gonna have to. One of the lines is, the wave is coming and the wind is rising, the river swells until we all start swimming, right? I think that's what's coming.
I know. That's what I said about the music, because I'm always so curious as to what type of music and instruments you use, and of course the drums just made my heart race,
Right?
and it's just, yeah, right. It's like, okay, wait, what's coming now?
Yes.
What's the end now? What is she doing?
Yes. There were two versions of this song too, because the single is I did a little bit of an edited version of it because it's a very long song. And then on the album that's coming out, and also the video, there's a video that will be out, but not for a few more weeks. There's an extended version. And I think I just felt that for the single, the slightly shortened version would work better, but still the drums are still doing that thing of announcing, change.
And thank you for that.
Right.
We all need some change right now.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing to be done. It's coming.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. You heard it here, guys, first. Guys and gals.
That's great.
So now you mentioned you went to Nashville. When had been the last time you'd been to Nashville, because of COVID and all that?
I've been in Nashville off and on throughout this entire past year and a half. It hasn't stopped me. I've been in Nashville, Denver, Seattle, Austin. I've been all around. And I'll be in upstate New York in a couple of weeks, recording with those guys up there that I mentioned, along with Mike Lesapanaro. We'll be doing some drum tracks for some new songs. I'm working.
Oh my gosh.
I know. So excited. I have a new record coming out in a few weeks, but I'm working on a new record and with these guys. So I'm just really excited about this. And with the mix engineer who mixed the songs on the new record and who mixed Under the Sky, Sam Polizzi. And he's just killer. I mean, I'm just in love with this guy. He's just killer. He's such a good mix engineer. So I'll be working with him in his studio with a couple other musicians, and we're just going to put our heads together and be as creative as we can.
So you have not stopped writing, have you?
No, I'm working on 2 new songs. I'm working on 2 new songs. I just got this great idea a couple of days ago, over the weekend, right? Because we just had Memorial Day week here in the USA. And so I'm in an economics seminar, right? A global economics seminar with a bunch of guys all over the world. It's a Zoom thing. And one of the guys had recently dropped out of the seminar, and I got in touch with him individually. He's in Argentina, and we started an exchange, and he told me some things about his life. His name is Max. And he told me some things about his life as I was listening to his voice message. And I just started a song about what he was telling me. And it just is evolving into a really cool song called Max from the Future. So I've got that one underway. And another one doesn't have a title yet. We'll see. I'm not sure the title. So yeah, it's just an avalanche. I just, like I said, I just get in a receptive mode. And then when I have to be active, put my foot on the gas pedal to the metal, then I do that. I'm trying to learn to balance, like I think we all are, being more receptive as well as, constantly go, go, go and do. There has to be some time of just being.
Yes.
Right.
And are you doing that? Are you like giving yourself some of your fun stuff that you like to do?
I'm doing more of that, and I'm doing more just downtime, because I really like to just sit on my couch with my little guitar and
it's beautiful.
And and I might watch a movie, I might turn the sound off and just play and just do nothing except that. So in the last maybe 2 months especially, I've been doing a lot of that.
Good for you.
Although it's processing, I mean, it feels like you're doing nothing, but you have to have that nothing in time in order to restore, just like you have to have sleep time to restore. So I have to have that nothing time in order for the new ideas to come up. They need space to come into. And if I'm filling the space all the time with all the stuff that I do, they're not going to come as easily.
Well, that's some good advice right there.
Just learning to take that, my own advice, right?
We're all like that, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Aren't
Trained. We're programmed to be that way. So I'm deprogramming. I'm as a friend of mine says, drummer friend of mine says, I'm unbelieving the lies and reprogramming myself. Every day.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. So then on Friday, it's going to be the big premiere day. You got anything scheduled? You're busy with interviews and all kinds of stuff going on this week, next couple of days?
Yeah, it's a busy week. I'm going to take some time. Yeah, it is a very busy week. I have Friday, I kind of have a long day. I work with a trainer with a target shooting and marksmanship and handgun with my handgun trainer. And so I've got like a 4-hour session with him on Friday. So I'll be doing that, as the song is winging its way out via, thank you so much again, your beautiful outlet.
Thank
the Hollywood
you.
Times. You're just the best of Hollywood. You're the best thing that ever happened to Hollywood. Seriously.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I noticed, with your guitar, so you're using your hands to play your guitar. Does that worry you when you're out shooting with your hands? Do you ever worry about that? Does the guns kick back? I haven't shot a gun in such a long time. I just remember it being like, kind of hurting my fingers.
Right. Yeah. We talked about this a little, didn't we? Well, the gun that I use is really a super fine, beautifully made gun. I mean, probably the finest handgun you can get. It's a staccato, handmade here in Texas. And it has very, very little recoil because of the way it's balanced. So no, I don't really have such an issue with that. So no, my hands don't concern me. I mean, I need to do a little more deadlifting and some more work on my traps, because, being in that position it's tiring, as right? And holding the gun steady and this is so that's probably more where the work comes in. But no, my hands are fine.
Oh, that's good. So how about last time we talked, a couple of times we talked about skeet shooting. Have you tried yet? Have you had a chance?
I haven't had a chance to.
Still
Where
not?
Where we gotta meet? Can I meet you in California?
We gotta go. We have to meet somewhere. Arizona or something in the middle.
Okay. I like the sound of that. Yeah.
Well, they probably have more of that in Texas. Have to come to Texas.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, this is a good place to be. I should look into that skeet shooting. I know I haven't had a chance to. It's been an avalanche, but yes, I really want to do that.
Cool. There you go. Oh my gosh. So how many songs are you going to have? Is this considered an album or an EP? What do we have coming?
The upcoming album is an LP. It's an 8-song LP.
Okay.
there were other songs that were candidates, but I decided they belong on the next record. So
Okay.
I made this one as cohesive. It'll be called Sweet Little Mystery. And it's a very schmooey, girly, kind of femmy. There's some funk on there too. There's a bunch of kind of hot ballads and some hot kind of funk on there. Schmooey, I love that word. Did I make it up
That's a
or is
good
that
one.
very?
I don't know if I've ever heard that one. Say it
I
again.
don't know. I don't know. I think of it as being schmooey, but I mean,
Schmooey, yeah.
I'm gonna look up and see, does that exist or did I make that up? But
I
you can
love
kind of
it.
tell what it means, right? It's all
That's
kind of
your
cute.
word.
It's kind of kissy, and I was talking to my keyboard player. No, it doesn't exist in the dictionary. My keyboard player David Dorn in Nashville when we were recording that song, and the guys are just so good, and we were looking at each other going, we were talking about the bass player Tim Denbo, how he's just so badass, and all his playing was just a bunch of badassery, and I'd been talking about how the song was so schmooey, and so I looked at him and I said, it's just a bunch of schmooey badassery. And he winked at me for that.
I think you're going to be writing some more poems now with those words.
Yeah, right. That's
Right?
Yeah, poems of made up words.
Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
That's your spare time gig.
That's right. In between skeet shooting and
How about race car driving? You been behind any race cars yet?
I have not.
Man.
I've been really, really kind of balls to the wall with getting this record out, and
Good for you.
just getting Friday's single out, and then the video to follow, and et cetera, et cetera. And I'm also working on an acoustic project with my guitarist in Glasgow, so I haven't had a chance to pursue really any what they call hobbies. I don't know if I think of them as hobbies really, but I've been focusing more on the handgun, actually.
Yeah. So how are all your peeps back in Glasgow? Are they doing pretty good? All your musicians back there?
Yeah, I just reached out to them because a couple of them are featured in Baby Played Me, which you were so kind to also give me some press about. And so I just sent them that video to let them know, you guys are looking handsome. You should check this out, see how good you look. And I'm actually supposed to Zoom with my guitarist tomorrow. So we'll see what's going on in Glasgow.
Well, very good. Yeah, I still want to talk to those guys one of these days.
No,
right?
Yeah. Yes, I did email them about that because but I have to warn you though, if you did, John Gray, who's my music director and guitarist there, would be fun to interview, with the exception that he's a man of few words, and he's very much, his guitar is his superpower. And if you ask him a question, he's likely to say, I don't know about that. Or I don't care about that. I don't know, I don't care about that. And just
I'll ask him, what does he care about?
Yeah. So this is what he cares about. So I don't know how good an interview he'd be, but I'll see if I can talk him into it.
Well, what I could do is I'll send you some questions.
Yeah.
And then he can just answer them that way. This way he can think about it whenever he wants, and we don't have to put any pressure, and then he can just we'll just do your band. And I'll send them all questions.
Yes, specifics help with these guys. Yeah, that would be the key. And we can draw them out.
So what do you want our viewers and listeners to get out of your new song?
Well, I hope they get a sense of upliftment out of it. And I hope that it opens up some psyches to a sense of impending change, unforeseen consequences, exciting change, but profound and tremendous, unrecognizable, unimaginable change. And that even the sky itself is not what we think it is, and many messages coming to us from the stars. And I'm not talking about celebrities.
Good one. So that means all of you listening and viewing this need to go out to the desert, whether it's Joshua Tree, which is close to us, and go see and play this song.
Yes.
What a great place to be, and go when it's at night, of course, and it's cooler, and play her new song. What great under the sky to hear your
Yeah.
song
And if
than
you
be
can't,
under the sky.
and if you can't get to the desert, Joshua Tree, or wherever, you can just go up onto your roof on a night with no clouds. It's there
That's
for
a
all. It's all there for all to see.
that's a good one, you know, because just get away from the city lights a little bit, or we have to
Yeah.
block the lights when we're looking, you know. So whatever it
Yeah.
takes,
Right. Right. Yeah.
put a sun shield up and listen to Under the Sky. Oh my gosh. Well, we're so excited to have you join us again. It's great to see you in person, per se, through the cosmos. You look great, and I look forward to getting this out for everyone to hear your new song and share, buy, and download.
Thank you,
And then we
Judy.
look forward to the video. It's going to be
Yes.
awesome.
Yep.
Couple weeks.
I'll let you know about that. That's out on the not until the beginning of July. I think the very beginning of July. The record will be before that. So it
Okay.
was tricky getting the schedule arranged.
Yeah.
There's just a lot coming at once. But
Right.
for now, the single Under the Sky. And you can find that on my YouTube channel as well. There's as of Friday. Right.
Friday.
It's
And
Friday.
oh, it's gonna be Friday, a couple of days from today.
Yeah.
Woohoo! So let us know all your social media so we can find it.
Absolutely.
So we'll make sure that I post that for everyone so that they can click on the link and download it. And we look forward to talking to you in another month. It's like this girl every month. Just keep bringing us this new music because we love it.
Thank you, Judy. There's so much to talk about, but thanks for talking about my music.
No problem.